Actually, close your eyes and think about your income and maybe I'll feel it. I got nothing, girl.
What's your most visited website?
Okay, before we get into this, so if you looked at a person walking down the street, do you think you'd be able to guess what sort of job they have or what sort of money they earn or how much money they have?
No.
No.
No, I mean, an educated person would understand that even if somebody's in a nice suit and they're driving a nice car, it could be rental. The suit could be rental.
Yeah.
The guy walking down the road with a top from Primark could be a millionaire.
Yeah.
So I don't ever take that into consideration.
And if somebody said to you what job they do, like somebody said, I'm a PE teacher or I'm a...
You're a PE teacher for who? PE teacher for the local school down the road or a PE teacher for a private school in like a gated community?
Local school down the road, like normal school, secondary school. Or somebody said to you, I'm a chef in a restaurant. Do you think you could look at them and anticipate how much money they earn, like their salary?
No.
No.
No, I don't think so. I think people do that are cap. How would you know? I think maybe there's body language things. I think maybe mannerisms might give it away, but how you're dressed and what you're saying in terms of your occupation, I don't think that gives it away.
No, but like, for example, certain jobs equivalent to certain annual salaries. Like somebody working in retail is going to be on maybe a basic minimum wage. Not all retail, like for example, someone who worked in like a Tesco or something is going to be on a lower wage to someone who works in Harrods, maybe.
I just choose Harrods.
I don't know, it's the first thing that came to mind. Do you see what I'm saying? So, or a teacher, secondary school teacher, might be on a certain wage bracket as opposed to an optician.
Right.
So, if somebody said to you they are a PE teacher, do you not think you'd be able to gauge maybe your annual income is around this bracket?
I mean, for a PE teacher specifically, I don't even know
Between
what
30 to 40k, say.
I don't know. I think it's difficult because I've met teachers that are really, really well off, and I've met some teachers that are at head teacher level and they're not doing so well. So I think it's hard to tell. I don't ever make the assumption. The kinds of things that I do, I think if people looked at me, they would assume that maybe I make like minimum wage or something, because I don't buy designer. I don't really go out clothes shopping often. When I do buy stuff, it's very like cheap and basic. Maybe my car might give an indication, but I think if you just saw me walking down the road, you wouldn't assume that I have money.
I'm not
even if I told you my occupation.
Yeah.
If I just gave you the name, because you know what I do. If I just gave you the base name, you would go, oh, okay. But when then you will find out what I actually do, then you would be like, oh, okay.
With this concept that I'm talking about, I'm not talking about the way people's physical appearances or what they have.
Their jobs.
I'm just talking solely. If I said to you, I work as a hairdresser, do you think you could assume roughly what you think I earn? If I said to you, I work as a doctor, do you think you could roughly assume what I earn? Forget about the way I look, what I'm wearing, the way I dress, because you can't judge that.
I think maybe generally you can. If there's only a small percentage of teachers that earn a lot of money, then generally you could probably assume that this person doesn't earn that because there's only a small percentage that earn a lot. So maybe you can. I guess you can. If there's a general wage for those occupations, then you can. If there's not, and it fluctuates, then it's difficult to tell.
Like, do you think you roughly would know how much an ambulance driver earns?
No, I have no clue.
Let me tell you, it's not enough.
Really?
Yeah.
Not surprised.
I was shocked.
It's just, sometimes it just doesn't stop until it stops.
Huh. Got it. Jermaine Abunike. I'm a doctor.
Zainab. I'm head of marketing for a digital bank and I'm co-founder of a digital fundraising agency.
She said too much. She doesn't earn a lot. Remember when I told you behavioral aspects? Every time I meet someone, they're like, I do this. I'm like, yeah, you're struggling.
You know what it is with me though? You know, annual income. I'm not good at working things out by that. I have to go by monthly income, so I could say roughly this person earns $2,000 a month, $4,000.
But I'm just saying,
1,800.
based off what she just
Yeah.
said, that she said, "Oh, I do this, and I'm also this, and I'm
Yeah.
also that." You're struggling. Or I'm not saying everybody's like that, but majority of people that I meet like that were like, "Oh, I'm a social media marketing manager, and I also do something for this brand, and I also run this page." Now, yeah, life's hard right now. They're hustling, right?
Yeah.
They've got their hands in multiple
Do you
pies.
believe in fake it till you make it?
Yes and no. It's a bit scummy sometimes, but I understand the logic, and I know people have done it and have made it. Sometimes it's a bit underhanded, you know, like because you paint this fake narrative about yourself, and you make other people believe that they can also achieve it when you're not even doing it yourself. But then on the other hand, it's like, if you're just looking out for yourself and you're more of a selfish person, I can understand why they do it. Not something that I would do personally myself. I just don't tell people. Like, people don't need to know what my income is. Then they need to know what my next move is. If it blows up, it blows up. If it doesn't, it doesn't. You know, it's none of your business.
Yeah, I believe in keeping things private because...
Do you know how many people ask me how much money we make on YouTube?
Really?
That's the first question a lot of the
Do
time.
you know what? I've been asked that a few times, actually.
Yeah, they'll ask, "Oh, how much money have you made? How much money have people donated to you?"
Do you answer? Do you tell them what
No.
it is? What do you say?
None of your business. None of your business. Obviously, like, maybe if it was like your mum, you know, I don't care if your mum knows. There's certain people maybe you're close with that you're like, "Oh, this is what we get." But like, just a friend, just a regular friend or an acquaintance, why the fuck are you asking me that? Why do
Yeah.
you care about how much I'm earning? You know, it's a bit of a weird thing to say, so I don't answer.
I think first thing I noticed is the drip. Margielas, right?
H&M.
Oh,
I see you copied my outfit, basically.
Yeah, we're matching.
Am I losing my mind? They are far from matching.
I mean, the color scheme's similar.
I'm sorry, it's completely different.
It's not that different.
It's completely different. I would not say they're matching at all.
I'm not a fashion person.
You don't need to be into fashion to know that they're not matching. The only thing that's matching is he has a white t-shirt and she has white trousers.
Maybe this sweater wrapped around him is similar to hers.
I don't want to do is it black and blue or white and gold, but that even those colours are off. But anyway, you know, I'm digressing.
hello, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Can't lie, that looks like very expensive leather. Said I'm gonna look at what you're wearing a lot.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's how you do it.
I mean, it's a good ballpark, I think.
Really?
Yeah. Unless you've got a very rich somebody sponsor.
I am the sponsor. How about that? Me, I'm the sponsor. I'll sponsor you.
How many flights do you take per year?
5 or 6?
Hey, that's a good amount of flights, you know.
Do you have to talk a lot?
Yeah.
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 It's very hard to deduce from just fashion-wise.
Is the fashioning?
No, it's fashioning, but
Is it like long hours that you work?
I think in this day and age, everyone's working round the clock. So
I think you should answer my question.
yeah, sometimes I have to.
You work in something related to social good, and you earn like 50 to 55.
what did you study?
I've got 2.5 degrees. No, technically I've got 3. I've got 3.
So that's like
But
9 years.
yeah, black does never crack.
How long have you been doing what you're doing?
So 4 years, let's say.
I can't lie, I think you do what I do.
What do you do? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm a doctor. How many days do you work a week?
4.
Alright, cool.
What's your opinion on that then? She said she takes around 5 to 6 flights a year. Do you think, A, you have to be earning a lot of money, and B, do you think that you need to have a job that's going to allow you that much time off as well?
Well, it might be the job paying for it.
Yep, traveling whilst working.
Yeah, I've done that, and I know people that do it. I was literally talking to someone. I was with bowling someone the other day that's doing it. She's all over the place. I thought she was the one paying for it. She was like, no, my work's paying for it. So it doesn't necessarily
It's not
give.
who I'm thinking, is it?
No, you haven't met this person. It's not necessarily them. Obviously, if you're paying out of your own pocket 5-6 trips a year, and it's not like for us, if we went to Amsterdam, that doesn't mean anything. If I went to Amsterdam 6 times in the year, I'd probably save money than being in London. So if she's going just down the road, then it's hard to really.
Yeah, on weekends as well,
But
yeah.
if she's going from like America to Japan to Africa to China or whatever, then yeah, she's probably got a lot of money. But again, it could be work paying for it.
So do you play any instruments in particular? Or?
Yeah, I play brass instruments. I play the trumpet.
See, I don't refer to instruments as brass instruments and string instruments. They're just instruments. So that's giving me like private school or like grammar school vibes.
If say for example you're gonna take me out, where would you take me?
I take the Black Lock, Black Lock steak place.
Oh, all right.
I think like you like history. I don't know why.
This is the glasses.
It might be the glasses. What do your parents think about your job?
My parents are cool with it.
Cool.
My grandma loved it.
It boils it down to a couple of things.
Yeah, it narrows it down.
So I feel like you're giving off lawyer vibes as well. It's just that more like, formal kind of corporate vibes.
I'm moving to Dalston.
Oh, you're up. Okay. You see house prices in Dalston? Oh, you're up. But yeah, I'm like techish. I'm thinking 100-ish.
You know, when I go out, like sometimes I play these games with like my sister, and I'll like look at a person and I'll try and like guess what their name is, or guess what job they do, or just make my own backstory of this person. Sometimes really fun. So like looking at this guy, not him, the other one who they're asking the questions to, if you was to look at him, what sort of job do you think he would do?
He looks like a hipster to me.
Do you think?
I could see him working in like a music shop, selling those big, what are they called? Big black discs things.
Records.
Like records, yeah. With the record players or guitars or stuff like that.
He looks to me more like science teacher or someone who works in IT and fixes your computer.
Because he's got glasses on.
No, he just looks like it.
I don't know, I'm going with hipster.
Or he's a full-time gamer.
Full time, that doesn't pay very well.
I heard it does.
Certain games do. Obviously, if your YouTube channel like hits off, then yeah, you're getting paid. But some games, it's crumbs.
Like, I heard there's game competitions that you can go to and you can win big money.
Yeah, well, I've been to competitions, but I haven't won like massive money, but I've won like a couple £1,000s. Like enough to make you go, okay, I can go on holiday and do whatever I want. And then there's tournaments where you literally win millions.
Yeah, so that's crazy for playing a game.
Well, the upcoming Street Fighter tournament, first place is 1 million.
So why are you not entering?
I don't like playing Street Fighter. I'm getting Tekken. It's coming out in a couple of days.
But do they have a Tekken tournament?
Yeah, Tekken's going on world tour.
Are you going to do it?
Yeah.
Are you? Go on.
Travel around.
Nice. I think he's a pharmacist.
Yeah, I can see that.
He prescribes the antibiotics.
I can see that.
Yeah. And he earns, I think, around between 50 to 70k a year.
I'm going to say 40.
Okay.
I'm Zainab. How did you vote in the last election?
I actually swapped my vote with somebody and voted green, which I hadn't done before.
I feel like tattoos give away a lot as well. So
That's probably my favourite one. It's a Moomin. Not everyone knows. I actually swapped my vote with somebody and voted green, which
Why are you laughing for?
We're not putting this in. I literally laugh because
At least someone got you smiling. Sheesh.
knows what Moomins are. So that one was after I left my ex. It's an anchor. I got it on a ship.
Were you on a cruise?
I was around the Greek islands. I got off and got a taxi to the Soho house in Mykonos because I'm a member.
But maybe you started like an agency or a graphic design thing. I'm gonna guess, based off the price of your trainers, around 60.
I don't know why, but I feel like I get like a healthcare industry or something type of vibe. 35 to 40k a year, you're in the healthcare industry, but you serve more of like a consultant role.
I know how hard it is to get that Soho House membership.
It's not that hard. I met someone and they said it took a month.
So how did you meet them?
Oh, in Soho House.
She's got a Soho House membership. She probably works in like PR.
What is Soho House?
So Soho House is this, it's like a franchise. You get them in like, there's one in London, there's one in like Portugal, and you need to, it's like a bar place sort of thing that you need to be a member to be able to go in there. Only members can go.
Okay.
So I reckon, and you've usually got to be somebody of like a high status or know someone. So I reckon she works in like PR. I was going to say like HR. I was going to say like primary school teacher, but the tattoos put me off. So yeah, I think she works in marketing or PR.
A primary school teacher can get tattoos.
Yeah, but you can't really have stuff like that on display. It's not really professional.
Do they not allow it?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure if two people went for an interview and one had tattoos all over her arms and the other one didn't, they'd probably give it to the other one.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. Nothing against tattoos, by the way, but I know there is a lot of jobs and industries that don't allow tattoos and piercings. Is that true?
I experienced it a few times when I was going for certain jobs where they didn't. I had to cover up, and then when they didn't know, and then it would be like, you know, they used to have like, you don't have to come into work in your uniform day. You can just go in wherever you want. I'd come in with a t-shirt because I used to, for work, I'd always tie my hair up and always be covered. So nobody. I'd always wear baggy tops as well, so nobody actually knew what I looked like. And then I'd come in with my normal clothes and my hair down. And some people would be like, who the fuck is that? Like, 'cause I do look quite different. And I did get some shit from my previous managers about it. I got
Really?
told by one manager that your hair's too exotic to have down, which I was a bit like, what did
That's
you just say?
rude,
I was like,
yeah.
what did you say? And this white boy walked past me with pink spiky hair. I was like, you fucking kidding me right now?
Wow.
I had a manager tell me that you have to cover up your tattoos because they could be offensive. I said, so are you... have I got a swastika on my arm or something? What about my tattoo is offensive to you? Exactly. You know, you've just basically insulted a whole type of people. I had someone say to me in a previous employment, just don't get any more, because they overheard a conversation of me getting my chest done. And
But your chest is not going to be on display when you're working anyway, so what difference does it make?
this place had a gym in it. So they didn't like the fact because some of the higher ups would use the gym with us. And I would obviously go in there in my vest. And the arm was already a problem. Yeah, they
So
made
if
a...
you already got loads, what difference does it make if you get any more? Do you know what I mean? It's just
Well,
ridiculous
I understand
concept.
you if you get tattoos and you've got swastikas on you, or you've got like hate signs or things that are hateful towards people. I get that. But if you have tribal tattoos, if you have like, I don't know, like those Irezemi tattoos or whatever, it's none of anybody's business. A tattoo does not impede someone's work, and a lot more places have become more accepting now. It's much more normal to see people with tattoos in the workplace. I don't really... I understand if they've tattooed their whole face and you're going for a certain type of image, but if I'm wearing a suit, what's your problem? You can't see it anyway. I'm not bothering anyone. I never used to roll my arms. No one knew I had tattoos until it was like, okay, we don't have to wear uniform anymore. And then everyone saw them. So, I don't know. It's never been a problem for me. I would not hire someone for it.
What's the most expensive thing you've brought yourself? That's not a gift.
Probably
for yourself.
a car,
Oh, damn. I mean, what car do you drive?
a Mercedes,
When you go on holiday, what sort of stuff do you like to do?
adventurous stuff. I
Adventurous
like to get out there, be outdoorsy, water sports.
So you're like a rugged kind of babe, basically.
Do you have to speak to people a lot, like on the phone?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay, I feel like maybe it could be in recruitment.
Are you introverted or extroverted?
Extroverted.
Okay, cool. You're giving me lawyer vibes. I don't know why. I think it could be because of the extroverted nature, but then also you seem like you make some good money with the highlights and a Mercedes.
Do you own your own house?
No,
Are you planning to?
no.
No. This one's carefree. Maybe you're some sort of agent or something.
Like a secret agent.
No, like as in like you have clients that you're agents for. I'm gonna say like 300,000.
300.
What's your opinion on this one?
I think she works in a contact center.
A what?
A contact center.
What's that?
You just answer calls all day. Hey, you're through to Virgin Media. Blah, blah,
Yeah,
blah, blah.
yeah, yeah.
I think she works in one of them places.
Yeah. I think the recruitment one seemed likely.
Yeah, recruitment, contact center, stuff like that. I can see her doing that. And contact centers are quite low, I think. I think they're like between 20 and 30.
Maybe she's a receptionist somewhere. Yeah, I reckon she's on between 20 to 30k.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that.
No desires to buy a house or anything.
She's probably at home with mum. She looks quite young.
Yeah, she does. She's not... I know you shouldn't judge the clothing, but she looks like the sort of person that would probably buy herself a lot of designer stuff if she had more money.
Yeah, like the purpose of the video is for us to judge. So obviously we're indulging.
Yeah.
I still stand by, if it was up to me, I wouldn't judge any of them based on clothing or like what they're saying
Yeah.
they do.
When'd you get it?
This morning, bro.
A man of priorities, I like that. Is this how you normally speak?
Yeah, always.
Yeah?
You seem very young but tall.
That's what they put in our food.
Yeah, maybe you did some sort of engineering in school. So I'm not going to use your fashion to throw me off.
Do you rent or have you brought or are you a freeloader like me?
Living with parents, I guess.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're in the same boat. Which Disney princess do you identify with the most?
Maybe Rapunzel, because I feel like she was the most like unruly one.
When you're going out, do you tend to buy a new outfit each time?
No way. I find like clothes shopping really like stressful.
Do you just like this one?
I wouldn't wear this to work on a normal day.
Are you hands on at all?
I mean, I use my hands.
On the computer, on the phone?
Yeah,
or
usually on a computer.
What's your most like visited website?
At work.
At work.
Probably just like news.
You're keeping up with a lot of things. You're in the journalism industry, starting off 28k.
He works in IT.
I think so. It's got to be.
Yeah, he works in IT, definitely. I think that he's probably at like between 30 and 40. Unless he's a higher, I don't think he's, I can't judge
No,
him as
he's-
a manager. He's probably 30 and 40.
Living at home with his parents still, he seems quite young. He's probably still at the start off point
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah.
What shoes do you wear when you're working?
It depends.
Sometimes trainers, sometimes.
Other kind of shoes.
Like, what kind of hobbies do you have?
Most of them revolve around Netflix.
Okay, love that. Love that we all love Netflix. How many screens do you work on actually?
One.
What's your skincare routine?
I don't really have one.
So it's just like that. I did notice the velvet Cortezes. I was thinking, Jesus, I've never seen that in my life.
You know your shoes, don't you?
You and your colleagues in your break time, what do you guys do?
We tend to eat on site.
On sites used by very few professions. I'm gonna say you're not in construction.
I think she's like a model or she works in the film and television industry.
I can see her working in television.
Yeah.
I don't know what, television goes up and down. They earn very little and a lot sometimes. So I couldn't
Depends on
even,
the role as well.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you. She could even be in facilities. I can't tell with this one. She's well spoken though.
Yeah. And she said on site.
Well, no, she's, yeah. Oh, eating on site. He said it like beefing on site.
No, like, but just like on site, like she's not in the office, not, you know, there's so much different terminology that could have been used. She said we usually eat on site. I reckon, and when you're in that sort of industry, it's not really, you don't really have a set lunch break or whatever. You just got to quickly eat when you can.
Yeah,
So,
I guess.
yeah. I wouldn't be able to gauge the wages, but I reckon she's a good 40 to 50k as well.
I am. I don't know why my heart's beating. Like, I don't even know what's going on, but
Ooh, okay, wait.
Oh my god, I was so off.
oh shit. Wait, hold on. Wait, is this highest? No. This is. Hey, I'm messed up.
Damn, bro, I guess so high for you. I'm sorry. That's really shocking. You definitely surprised me. Girl, Mercedes, damn, I thought you would be up here.
You two, in fact, both of you are surprising me, actually. Because what the hell is going on? She said, what mortgage?
I was working as a set designer in the film industry, and as well I'm a dancer and a model, so I do that as a side hustle. I was on
Not expecting that.
I was on a salary of about 75 to 85k with all of that combined. As of recently, I started my own property investment company, so I source properties for people and help them basically grow their portfolios.
And what do you?
So I'm gonna say like about 30k.
She went from 75 to 30.
Yeah, it doesn't make
Why
sense
would
or
you?
add up.
Yeah.
And
Well, maybe she's got a big vision and it's going to pay off later on.
yeah,
And she's at home with mum, you know. 75 is a lot though.
but she said that was everything combined. Maybe it was very inconsistent and staggered. Like if you think about it, modeling and dancing, there's not always consistently work. You're not working every single week, Monday to Friday. And the film industry is the same. It's a lot of freelance work. So maybe it was good money, but it was not guaranteed.
Yeah.
And I think with what she's doing, yeah, the bigger you build that portfolio, the more money there is to make. But 30k, I wouldn't have imagined, not judging about her, on anything higher at the moment. She seems quite young, and sometimes you've got to work your way up. Don't get me wrong, there is younger people who are on good money, but you know what I mean.
I mean, the thing is that
Offset.
30k in the right hands is good money.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, obviously, if you're not paying London rent prices and all that bullshit, if you're fortunate enough to like her to be at home, 30k, you can save a lot.
Yeah.
You can have a lot of money very quickly at 30k.
What's 30k roughly monthly?
I think 1,800, yeah. Something like that.
After tax?
After tax, yeah.
I said you were in finance, and I think I said you did investment banking. Yeah, I think it was around like 80 to 90k.
105.
Okay, cool. So I was
Yeah.
not
You said
too
90.
far. I said 90.
Yeah, but remember one step before that you were guessing. And
Law.
Yeah.
You were in law.
lawyer.
Oh, okay.
I think I said that my grandma's happy, and you're like, I've got it.
Damn, he's minted. He's living a good life.
Now that he says lawyer, he just fits that.
It still doesn't to me.
No?
No.
Nah, I can see
But that's
that.
the thing. Like, I can't see people for. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you can't base them off of what they do for work, but he just does look like a lawyer who earns that money.
But you know, with earning that kind of money, if you don't do it properly, you sacrifice your time for money, right? But there comes a point where you're like, how much more do I want to earn, and how much more money do I want to sacrifice? Much more time do I want to sacrifice? So there's people that I know that are on like 50, 60 grand, and they're living comfortable lives. They could earn more, but their time will get sacrificed, so they don't go up. They sort of stay where they are, and they're like, I'm going to invest in my side hustles, make me happy. It's not always about going up the corporate ladder.
Do you think that some people are gonna take offense to this video?
Why would they take
I
offense?
don't know.
Why
Like, is
why
it
would they
rude
even
to
care?
say, yeah, he looks like that, or why could one of the others not look like a lawyer? Or do you know what I'm saying? People take it to an extreme, or you know, judging people on what jobs. I don't know. People are sensitive, man.
But even if people take offense to it,
It's harmless.
why do we
you know what I
care?
mean? I just want to make sure that we're not going to get like it's just unnecessary.
I think with the kinds of videos we've put on this YouTube channel, this is the least of your worries.
Okay.
I definitely get ballpark you. So I think I said that you did some sort of like management.
Influencer manager.
Influencer management.
You
I said
guessed.
something like that.
And
yeah.
I think you said 60k. Last sort of like financial year earned 100k. And
My hand. I said queen.
Yeah, it was obvious she was part of that sort of industry. And
No,
after
it's-
she said Soho House, and it's good money. Anything in the public eye is good money.
Yeah, that is pretty insane money.
And that was between being a project manager and an influencer. And now I'm just an influencer, but no, I actually earn a lot less now than I was. And it's been a bit of a bumpy ride. So I actually got Universal Credit a couple of months ago.
Wait, hold on a minute. You went from 100k a year to Universal Credit. How does that happen?
And she just said she doesn't earn as much anymore. So she went from a project manager / influencer to just an influencer to practically not earning anything, because you can't be earning, like, unless you've got a child, you can't be earning good money and claim universal credit.
Do you know what I don't understand, Joe? People are really, really bad with money. Like shockingly bad.
There's so
I
much you could
remember-
have done with that 100k in it.
I remember when I first started working, I was on minimum wage, and back then it was like £5.25 an hour, and I still saved. I paid my rent and I saved money. And
Same.
like, I'm not gonna reveal how much I make, but from like November to January, I make like a decent amount of money. But from like March to November, my income increases exponentially, and that money all goes away. Obviously, I've had moments where I've done stupid shit, and I'm going to Japan soon. So, but for the most part, I don't flog my money, and I'm not rich. Like, I'm not rich. It's just that I don't use my money like that. I like to think that I'm saving my money for a rainy day. Still go out and have fun, I go out with the boys, we have food or whatever. But I'm more into like adventure-y things anyway. I'm not into like going out and drinking every night. Some of the guys that I want to go out and go clubbing,
Yeah.
I'm not into that stuff. So I guess I don't really. My biggest expense really was Tekken. It was £250, And now when I look back on it, I was probably stupid. Shouldn't have done that. But I got excited. I was sitting in my room on my own. There was no one there. Got my credit card out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, sorry, not my credit, my debit card.
You
And I was
think
like,
it was stupid?
in hindsight, I think it's dumb.
Why? Because I swear you can double your money now.
No, I made it very clear to you that with Tekken, I'm not reselling it. The other game, I am going to resell it. But
You all heard it here first, guys.
Yeah, we see the difference between me and Lady Sab over here is that I will admit to you when I'm wrong. Sab won't. she'll die on that hill. Yeah, cover your mouth because that is going to
Do
come
I
out.
not always admit when I'm wrong and hold my hands up?
No.
Yes, I do.
Can you name a time?
Plenty of times. Okay, when you was on the phone to me near the Christmas period and you was telling me everything, and I held my hands up and I was like, okay, cool, I'll do better. If I would die on that hill, I would have said, no, Michael, I'm doing enough, blah, blah, blah. I said, cool.
Actually, during that time, you didn't say, okay, cool, I'll do better. You said, okay. You
I said,
me,
okay, I'm
is there
taking...
anything else you want to say?
I said, okay, I'm taking it on board and I will...
Yeah, you said you're taking it on board.
and I will do better.
Yeah. You didn't say I'll do better. You said I'm taking it on board. What are you doing?
Maybe I would have said
Did
it
you
to you...
record our conversation?
No, maybe I would have said it to you on the phone. It's not coming up. Anyway, I always hold my hands up. I'm a very accountable human being. And if I don't hold my hands up, then maybe I personally don't think I'm wrong. Because if I know I'm wrong, I will hold my hands up.
So I have a bakery.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Oh my God, sick.
So I make 18,000 a year. It's a bit of a throw off, but my business does make 7 figures, but I only pay myself 18,000. Brownie.
That's really cute.
Oh, well, no, technically he makes a lot of money.
Yeah, he's paying himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He makes a lot of money. Brownie God, I've heard of them before.
Is it?
Yeah, I think I've heard of them. I love brownies. That's a quick way to my heart. You present me with some brownies?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a quick way to get me on your side. Brownies and cookies, donuts. I might look at you sideways and be like, I'll eat them. But brownies and cookies, that's a quick way to like win me over. Obviously, I'm not going to reveal what cookie flavors and what brownie flavor. You should be able to figure that out for yourself based on things I've said on this channel. If you ever want to send me anything. If you send me peanut butter, I'll send it right back to you though.
You just tell us all the answers now.
No, just peanut butter. I can't stand peanut butter and people that eat it.
Really? I had peanut butter on toast this morning.
Oh, God.
Do you like Marmite?
No. You like Marmite, don't you?
I like Marmite, I like peanut butter, I like it all.
The good thing is
Biscoff.
I love Biscoff. Biscoff's my favorite. Biscoff's the shit. The good thing is though, that if I take you out to eat, you ain't gonna go over to my plate.
Oh, I will.
You ain't gonna eat my food. You got fucking Marmite over there. Just take your dirty ass food over there.
No, the good thing is that you won't come over to mine because you don't like it. There's nothing to say I won't like what's on your plate.
You know how petty I can get sometimes. If you reach over and grab my food,
Oh,
I'll
we
put
know.
that peanut in my mouth. Pause, and I'll eat it just to spite you.
What's that? I now have to sit in A&E all night.
I think I said you're in the healthcare industry.
That was a good guess, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm actually a junior doctor.
Okay, I think I said junior nurse. Salary-wise, I think I said like 35.
So it's like 37 to 42, depends.
I'm like more impressed with myself than I thought I would be.
Do you remember what you guessed me as?
Yeah, I think it's something around 30 to 32. And I thought it was something like you're starting your own apparel.
I think you've been bamboozled by my friend. He's the one that started this brand. I'm
You
just
threw me off.
I'm just wearing it. I actually work as a software engineer. 'Cause it
You're a
was-
very well-dressed software engineer though.
Thank you, I appreciate it. At the moment, I earn £40,000 a year.
I'm convinced she's a doctor.
Really?
Well, she could be an actor.
No, you got it, man.
You're a doctor. It's the hours.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because I go through the same struggle, man.
In the current training that I'm doing, it's between about 40 to 50k, but supplemented with locum work, it can be about 50 to 60k.
I think I said
You said
70.
70k. When you said that, I got gassed. I was like, all right.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a wrap. Thanks, guys.
Sweet. Good job, everyone. Well done. Oh my God.
Well, that standing together at the end was really cringe.
Yeah, that was bad. That was horrible.
There was no need to show them getting in position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I still maintain that it's very, very difficult to tell what people do.
Yeah.
I guess sometimes you'll meet people and you go, I know. Like I said, with the kinds of work I've done, I can tell when somebody's like an actor now. It's very, very easily. But it's because of their behaviors, not necessarily because of what they're proclaiming to do, because a lot of them chat shit.